Hey everyone, it's the Geeky Gamer. I've been spending quite a bit of time lately working on my condo in Tower Unite, and I've decided to show the current state of it to you all. So, let me give you the tour. I'm sorry about the audio echo, I'm still figuring things out with this different mic, and gotta get something to block the echo. Anyway, walk in here, got a little podium here, just kind of a little welcome. This here is for anyone who, joins the condo online. Whenever I decide to open it up, I occasionally do that. Got a little shameless self-plug. And rules. Pretty simple rules. Living room, pretty basic, just, TV, Noni Blu-ray player. I will say that this condo is very much work in progress. There's a lot of, blank areas that I'm still trying to figure out, like, what I want to put there. But I've been working on it for a while, just kind of intermittently. Just whenever. Working on it a bit more lately, but, yeah, there's still more stuff I gotta figure out. This is one of the most recent additions, a little music station. The record player here is actually workshop furniture. It's not actually in the game, but the radio does actually work. And this is the media player where you can, add media links. And this is all physics all media. So, it uses physics. Throw it around. And what you're meant to do is to pick up a disc and throw it onto a media player, and then it will start playing the media. So I've got, a whole bunch of YouTube videos and uploads of different songs, so got some Mario Odyssey, a ton of Sonic, Squirrel with a Gun songs, Always Running from Metarunner, the full Phineas and Ferb theme song, but I didn't know there was a full one. Still gotta figure out what else I want to put on the shelf, and then you can see it all says canvas not set because I haven't actually added the canvases to decorate the discs. All you gotta do is pick one up. What did I pick up? Yep. Just pick one up and throw it at the radio. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. There we go, once you hear that sound. And now you can play some tunes. And I'm gonna stop it because I love that song, but we got other stuff to do. I also got a little switch here. Disco mode. Turn it off, the disco ball and the lights disappear. Turn it back on, they reappear, you turn on. You turn off the main lights. Turns the whole living room, kitchen, atrium, whatever, into a rave. So I'm just doing this all with Condo IO. You can see I've got the switch hooked up to all the lights. The text commands are kind of overlapping, but yeah, turn on, turn off, and hide and unhide. Still there, they're just invisible. Got more Condo IO with this fireplace here. Normally it's just open, but I added these windows here because I wanted it to be able to close off. So I've got some switches to let me toggle the windows. This is the kitchen. Got put in a lot of food props. Some of them you can eat, but I'm not gonna eat them. Got a stocked fridge. Everything that makes sense to be in a fridge. Cheese wheel. Ice cream. We can call this the freezer side. A lot of these are like cooking appliances that will eventually gain some functionality once they actually add the cooking mechanics. This over here is a bit of a pantry. It's not much here. I like seeing all the different, fake brands. Down in the basement, this is some of the most recent stuff I added, actually. Freezer, I haven't put anything in there yet. Probably put some ice cream or ice or whatever in there. They got these functional washing machines, and they don't really do anything except you can turn them on. That's it. Yeah, not much to it. Just got like some tools and stuff down here. It's a basement. This is where you put your tools and stuff, right? Boxes. We'll go out there later, because that's going to be kind of separate from the main house. Going upstairs, I decided to put some paintings on the walls recently. So, pack.png, Creebet, the r/place Terraria thing, the exploding TARDIS Van Gogh painting. It's a nice one. Shame I can't get a little BBC watermark down there. But, it still works. Also shame that the Terraria paintings are so low res, because I'm taking the image directly from the Terraria wiki, and it really blurs it. Kind of same with this Bob on Battlefield painting, which someone came into my condo and tried jumping into the painting, to see if there were any Easter egg for that. Had to break it to them that there is not, but I should probably add that at some point. if I do some more updates, I'll probably do another video, and I have a feeling that's probably something I'll fit in there. Just gotta figure out what I want to do. In here we got a little private indoor theater, a big screen, and making more use of physical media and these media shelves to display some of my favorite videos that I've done. So you can see I've got the Hat in Time's Mustache Girl duology, and some of my SMG4 Gmod animations. I'm planning to have more, and not just SMG4 animations, there will be more. I've got one that I've been planning for a couple weeks now, I just haven't had the time to work on it. Because it's a bit of a bigger one, and it's a more original one as well. Not using existing audio like that, like these three. But it's the same, you just pick one up, chuck it at the screen.
Can I help the next guest, please? Hello, sir. Welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you?
Close the door, turn off the lights, and watch. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that. Coming into here, this is my bedroom. You can see I've even, oh, well, the bar covers it up, but made use of these little location volumes in order to change the names of some of the rooms. Because this is normally called master bedroom, but you can place a location volume over the whole thing, and then retitle the location. See, I've got it named Geeky's bedroom. I've got one for the theater as well, which you can also use these to, disallow weapons, flashlight, stuff like that, which I've done to make the viewing experience better in here. So I've got a bunch of people in here watching a video, you're not going to be, dealing with gunfire. Going in my room, some plushies up on the dresser. Cat, Cornelius from Little Crusaders, and a shark. You can imagine it's blow high. Got this mirror, which has a really short distance, and also, is really bright on this side. Probably not meant to be that bright, but... And sometimes when you walk back here, you can see stuff that should absolutely not be getting reflected. The mirrors are a bit messed up. A bed. This is actually the body pillow object, which normally people would, put anime girls or whatever on. I just made it green. I have a, long pillow like that on the side of my bed in real life. It's just kind of nice to have up against the wall. So I bought the body pillow and just made it, blank green. And these hidden seats just kind of, sit on the bed. Because normally you can interact with a bed in this game, and it sleeps like this. You get little random dreams that show up. And it doesn't do anything except, I think, pass the time. I don't know if it even does pass the time. Yeah, you can see these hidden seats here, so I can be laying asleep, or just laying on the bed to watch TV, because I got another TV over here, and a beanbag. And here is my office, with a nice little curtain to separate. You see my recent new channel banner art, with all the stuff on it, making use of canvases. So my logo. Got the whole desk, gaming chair, mouse pad, different stuff. It's the Claridol fidget spinner, because why not? Lava lamp, because why not? A lot of stuff in here is just, a lot of stuff in this kind of is just, why not? Printer, because, I need a printer. And then all sorts of different fandom memorabilia along the walls. That's a hard word to say. On the shelves, we got Holocron, Lego mug, Egg Dog, the symbol of the Delta Rune, Talos statue, the Master Emerald, Mushroom, Infinity Gauntlet, Riddler Trophy, Matter Manipulator from Starbound, which is not one that I was able to fit on the, wasn't able to fit Starbound on here. Got Potatoes from Portal 2, the Tool Gun, Timepiece, and this here's the Supporter Trophy. I got this from the Supporter Pack for Tower Unite, along with this little cat sack plush. Little Sunshine Day thing. And some more stuff here. Diamond Pickaxe, Terrorblade, Uzi's Railgun from Murder Drones. And here is my witchy alcove. I may have gotten a bit too obsessed with the Owl House and want to think witchy stuff is super cool, but I mean, witchy stuff is kind of cool. Got this cauldron, which the lighting with this thing is kind of weird. I have no idea if it's impacting the lights around the condo. I have no idea what to put in the portrait for this shrine. And then I got this, like, this is meant to be like a piece of paper. I was planning on putting like a glyph from the owl house on here. I just haven't gotten around to it. And this crystal ball, what's inside? It's my face. We can do it again. And what else will it show us? Because there's like 3 different images that I can randomly pick between. The same one again, really. I wish I could make the swirl a different color. Oh, there's my old one. My old profile picture face. Can we get the 3rd one? Dang it. I'm not stopping until we get the 3rd one. Come on! Smug face. Its smug aura mocks me. That's actually not even the smug face. Neither is this one. There's a 3rd one, I swear. Come on! Do I need to pray to the shrine again? Did the canvas not set? Just making sure. Yep, all 3 are set. There we go. I was trying my little, it's Pride Month, Geeky. You know what that means. Comic that I posted on my Blue Sky. And all 3 of those faces that you saw in there are available as emojis if you become a channel member for just $1 a month. I haven't advertised that outside of the initial announcement video. And YouTube says that apparently more people will become members if you mention it more. I tend to really not like ask for subscribers that much, or ask for likes and comments and views, whatnot. I just let people watch. Maybe I should be asking people more. Let's check outside before we look at the extra part over by the dock. Oh, I fell in my own pool. Don't even use that. Got a nice little terrace out here. Is it pergola? Yeah. Fire pit, a lantern. It's a grill and a cooler. You can't actually open the cooler. It's marked as trash, which kind of sucks. That's meant to be trash. Got some garden tools over here. Don't do much gardening, but hey, need a snow shovel. Let's head to daytime. Hard to see what I'm doing here. I had some trees recently. Had some nice greenery. And there's a flamingo. I don't remember where I got the flamingo. Oh, spin the wind. There's this path up here. This little patch up here. Another pool. I don't know what to put here yet. I have no idea what to do with like most of this outside area because I'm not an outdoorsy guy. I'm not an outside person. Got this lighthouse. Where'd I get this from? Yeah, fishing milestone. It's just a lighthouse. There's not even anything you can do with it. There's no way to get inside. You just no clip and fly up, or I guess jetpack fly. Why didn't you let me fly up then? Yep, that's it. It doesn't even come with a light. It's just the building. Got rid of the palm trees, replace them with these oaks. Yep, oaks. Got a satellite dish up here. And a chimney for something special. Almost forgot, this is one of my favorite parts of the whole condo.
Okay, this place, so... You ever take a shit?
Oh yeah, big fan.
Cool, so you know what this place is. This is the bathroom.
Yes, the bathroom. And, you know, there's not much special in here. You know, got a mirror, which wasn't here before. Building sink. Yeah, that's something I added. You know, towels, stuff. Toilet paper the right way. Bathtub, you know, all this stuff actually works. But this is one of my favorite bits in the whole condo. The shower. Normally, this little area is blank. But instead, I made it work. And it was a lot. You can already see I've got a logic gate. Well, no, this isn't a logic gate, it's a toggle module. Timer module, but yeah, I'm just making use of a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, sound emitters. Yeah, cause let's see, I got this button, hidden button attached to a workshop thing for this valve. That goes into this toggle module. That goes into, yeah, the water particles and the rain sound. But there's also this timer module that sets everything to off, because for some reason, before I had this thing in, the shower would like automatically turn on when I entered. So I had to add this to switch stuff off when the condo gets loaded. But with all that, it works. Pretty proud of that little feat of engineering. I don't do Minecraft Redstone that much, or at least not complicated Redstone, but I figured out this. Coming through the dock here, got a generator. And that is the TARDIS. Doctor's just parking down here. Dumpster. Yeah, I should put some trash bags actually in here instead of off the side, but I guess this might also be somewhat realistic and funny that, like, they don't even bother to put the bags in the dumpster. Anyway, this is Club Blorbo. I briefly showed this along with a bit of the living room in my Tower Unite Beginner's Guide, but I didn't get to go into much detail, so go upstairs, enter Club Blorbo. Now, if you have no idea why it's called that, Blorbo is kind of like an internet term for some of your favorite characters. So, got just a bunch of characters I like from different franchises. You walk right in, and it's the science team from Half-Life VR, but the AI is self-aware. And everyone has dialogue. And most of them have little portraits for dialogue. And some of them have even made use of the little stuff where you can have them say your Steam username. So they kind of randomly go through their dialogue, and I've put in a few phrases for some different characters. There's more for some than others. And most of them say some kind of goodbye quote as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can edit for these NPCs. They can't do that much, but they're just kind of fun to add some more life, even if they're not walking around or anything. We got Tommy. And we got Sunkissed, who is a canvas statue. Oh. Yeah, I should do that, Again, there's lots of stuff in here that is subject to change because I'm still tinkering around with it. We got Darnold. And we got Bubby. He just loves a good garlic bread. And watching them from afar is Benry. Yes, that is just another line that is ripped straight from the series. He doesn't actually have a goodbye line. I never added one for him. But yes, this is the Booth of Evil. It's a little spot to consolidate the villains all in one spot. You know, Dementio. How to get here after, you know, seemingly dying at the end of Super Paper Mario? Never count the death until you see the body. And Bill. Somehow he's out of the Theraprism. I don't want to use the exact time to date my death. Give me a different line. Buy crypto, suckers! I actually gave him 2 goodbye lines. That one, the song. And, of course, reality is an illusion, the universe is a hologram, buy gold, bye! Guess we can talk about the other spot over here. This is meant to be a bit of a romantic table for 2. Privacy curtain. Let's use the bathroom. Got a little note on here because we can't lock doors in this game. So just got a little light switch. Mark it occupied, turns red. It's not, it's green. You know, your basic public bathroom amenities, you know, sink, toilet, everything you need. Mirror. Back to the exciting stuff. Here's the bar. We got the conductor from Manhattan Time over here. It looks a bit odd when his accent gets turned into text. I can't really do voice acting in here. And then here's GLaDOS, acting as the bartender. And she just has a ton of lines that I wrote for her. I'm talking about, you know, this isn't her main body. She didn't expect to be asked to be the bartender. Being flattered is a stupid human emotion. They use the incinerators and stuff to cook the snacks. Talking about the romantic table for 2, which is right next to the Booth of Evil. Not necessarily the best spot for it, but... Yeah, Tower Unite has instruments that you can play. I have no idea how to play them. Like, I know how to, but I don't know how people manage to use them so well. Talking about the booth of people, and good people don't end up here. Little poker night at the inventory reference to when she was the dealer in one of the games. I don't remember if I gave her any other lines. Let me see. Yeah, I had to do some funky stuff to fit the NPC for her in there. Because, let me see. Yeah, I basically just fit a skeleton inside her head. Because GLaDOS here is actually a prop. This is actually workshop furniture. Now, I got through all the dialogue except for, "It's been fun. Don't come back." Actually, please do need the business. She's fun to write for. I've got some switches back here that kind of just toggle stuff. Most of the lights don't really work. Lights kind of bleed through other objects. Like you can see, this alcove back here, which is just kind of some negative space, it's still fully lit up, even though the lights are all outside of it. You kind of have to shut off all the lights in the area, like even downstairs, in order to get darkness up here. You see the lights are bleeding through the floor. And we got Batman here. Why? Because he's Batman. Just keeping an eye on the Booth of Evil. He's a bit suspicious about GLaDOS. Bit of a reference to Lego Dimensions, and how Batman and GLaDOS met. I still wish to believe Dimensions is canon. At least a portal, because that would be funny. I'm currently playing through Dimensions again right now, because I finally completed my collection, if you saw last week's video. Batman's just being stoic. Really, this is a Fortnite model. There's not many good Batman models on the workshop. I have no idea why. We got some more spare tables. I'm sure I'll add some more characters to these. Here's the stage. Nice little Club Blorbo sign. You got the, I have no idea how people do this. It's so hard to use. Now there's the piano. Yeah, again, I don't know how to use this stuff. I'm sure there are much more talented people than I at using these in-game instruments. We got some more folks over here. Marceline from Adventure Time. Unfortunately, only a Season 1 model. Talking about bubblegum. Got plenty of red stuff next to her, and snail plushie. Representing the snail. We got Doof. It's a great model for Doof. Don't need the bartender-nator, and he's got a new jingle. Without the evil. Ah, yes. He doesn't want to get upstaged by a baking soda volcano again, because it's bound to happen. We got Snatcher over here next to the chessboard. The non-functional chessboard. It would be nice if they could make a functional one so you could actually play chess. He is Hat Kid's contractually obligated best friend. And we got the pool table over here. This actually is functional. I'm not going to play it because we got Shadow over in the corner here. Just being kind of quiet and alone. But he's not too mean. And then the duo of my two favorite characters of all time. Number 2, Sans, number 1, Tari. Yeah, no Grilby here. And yes, he gave me Gunner the costume because he didn't want to actually fight himself. Made sure to give him the ketchup. And made sure to give Tari a duck. The dialogue portraits kind of get stuck on when you go to a new character. I haven't gotten around to making Tari's yet. Yeah, hooking up the consoles to the media players is a bit complicated. In my office, I have one of the emulators, one of the emulation machines set up on the desk, but it has its own built-in screen, so it's much easier to use. I haven't quite figured out how to hook one up to the big media players, and they really only support older games. Like, only up to, N64, PS2, stuff like that. A little bit of crossover lore, kind of merging the two series together. And enjoying the calmness when there's quite a bit of chaos with the SMG4 crew. And you got a little weapon pickup here, your TV remote, so you can turn on the TV up there. Before I forget, up here on the roof, I had a little secret. Well, not involving the fireplace, but if you happen to jump down the chimney, you get teleported right in front of the fireplace. That's just making use of a teleporter. And I've got an effect here to have the smoke coming out of the chimney. Yeah, that's the whole condo. Still a work in progress, still some things that I'm probably going to add, but I'm not sure what exactly. I was doing some fishing and got $C to buy a shark, but I have no idea how to get it to swim around in an area. So yeah, I'm sure I'll add more. I gotta fill up a lot of these spaces and figure out what to do with them because they're really blank and empty and boring. Gotta add more canvases to the discs and stuff in my witchy alcove and just all sorts of stuff. But I'll get around to it, make this into a fun little condo. If you got any ideas, go ahead and put them in the comments, and I'll see if anything sparks my fancy. Maybe you'll be lucky to catch me online when I'm hosting, so you can come in and walk around yourself and see what else I may have added by then. In the meantime, I'll keep working on it. I'm the Geeky Gamer. See ya!